Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Nice fall day here on the homestead. It's a little bit windy, so hopefully it doesn't affect the film too much. But we got a new addition to the homestead. So stay tuned and I'll show you what it is. But I'll give you a little hint. It has something to do with the woodshed over here. And fall time coming, you know, so we need to get ready and have plenty of firewood on hand. This stuff is seasoned pretty good, and I have some trees around the property that need to be cut down that didn't get any leaves this year. Last year they only got a few leaves, so I'm pretty sure they're dead, and there's about 3 or 4 of them that we need to go cut down here shortly. So yeah, let me show you what the new addition is to the homestead. Okay, so I purchased one of these 5-ton log splitters from Harbor Freight. I know there's a million views online, or a million videos online about this particular log splitter, and you know, a lot of reviews and a lot of pluses and minuses about it, but I went ahead and got it. If you notice, I have a wood clamp on top there, because that's the thing I do not like about this is that it has a double safety switch to operate. It has a button right here, and it has this lever, and you have to hold this button down and then work this lever. And I don't like that because it takes 2 hands, and you got to lean over the machine while you're splitting a big log, and you know how they fly out of these log splitters. Your face is right there. I do not like that feature. So there is a couple hacks online about what you can do. You take a clamp and you put it over that button and you press it down, and that holds the button down for you. Now you have to release that button for it to retract back to its original position. So Harbor Freight also sells this little foot switch. It's called a, I think it's called a foot tool switch or something. So you just plug the cord to your log splitter into the end of this, and then it has a cord that you plug into your extension cord, and you're able to turn it on and off with this instead of having to push that button over there. And you can just use your foot to turn this on and off, like so, and then use the lever and then turn it off, and it'll retract back to its original spot. So I'll show you how it works, but that's just a little hack that's online. So let me get it set up, and since it's nice and cool out, what we're going to do today is we're going to pull everything out of this woodshed. We're going to split the bigger ones, and then we're going to restack it in here, organize it, hardwood, softwood, because there is some pine in here. There's a lot of oak, and there's some walnut, and a little bit of everything in here. So we'll go ahead and kind of separate it out and split the bigger stuff, and maybe leave some out to have a fire tonight, because it's supposed to be, I think, a low of 56 tonight. So I'm enjoying this cooler weather. But let's go ahead and split some logs and see how this thing works. Now see, you have to wait for this to get all the way to there, and it takes a while. So one thing you can do is get you a block of wood and put it in there to shorten the distance that this has to travel. So let's try that. A lot better. This thing will shoot out some logs. That's why I didn't like my face near it. That's why holding this button and working this handle, your face is right here. You see how these logs are flying. I just don't like my face being that close. When I'm back here like this, I can duck and dodge out of the way. If I'm leaned over, I have, you know, very limited movement if something flies at me. So yes, much safer. Good size. Nice and dry, you can hear it. Save some of these smaller pieces to get a fire started later. If it's not so windy later, I don't know, it might be too windy to have a fire. It's pretty windy today. I hope the camera's not picking it up for you guys too much. Now on the box it said this could only do a 10-inch log. This log was a lot bigger than that, probably 16 inches I think. So this thing can definitely do more than what it says. And it doesn't seem to be struggling, you know, I don't seem to be overworking it at all. So I think they say that more probably for a safety concern, because the deck is smaller and, you know, your face is kind of close to that when you're operating this. So, but it works fine on bigger logs, no problem. Okay, so it works really good. So far I'm pretty impressed. Let me grab another log and see how it does. Okay, so you can see this log. It's at least 13-14 inches across, at the very least. And it's gonna split this no problem. Let's try it out and see what happens. See, it didn't split it that first time, but I don't think it was because the log was too big. I think what happened is I let off the handle just a little bit, and it kind of got stuck in between cycles, and I had to let it cycle all the way back. I did read on some of the reviews that happened, so, but it wasn't that the log was too big. It split it, no problem. Pine. Looks like some southern yellow pine. See, it splits it no problem. And there's even a big knot right there, and it crushes it. I'm so happy with it. Right through the center of that knot, no problem. Look at it, and there's another big knot. It's awesome. It's worth the money, for sure. This pine likes to stick together. I have to go a little bit further with the rammer to make sure it splits completely. One thing is I'd like to build a bench to get it up higher so you don't have to bend over so far, but then you got to pick your logs up, so I don't know, maybe a little bit higher. You do have to bend over pretty far to work it. Maybe put an extension on the handle here. All right, let's see if it can handle this. A lot more harder wood, bigger log, not so much in diameter, but lengthwise it maxes this thing out. And it's not cut very square on the end. So let's see how this does. It tried. It just slipped. Let's give it another shot. Yeah, I don't think it's gonna split that. I'm gonna have to cut it in half. Not gonna happen. So this one I'll have to cut in half. So now we know its limits. Let's try a hardwood that's a little bit smaller. No problem. Here's another big one. Let's see what it can do. Alright. It's not like in splitting these things. But of course it said it wouldn't do that, so. No, gonna have to cut this one in half too. But we're finding the limits of this thing, and you know, I mean, okay, this is the pile I've done so far. And I have to say, for the money, that thing works amazing. It really does. I know I won't do those two big ones there. But it said in the instructions it wouldn't do it, so I can't be mad. I guarantee you if I cut them in half this way that it'll split them no problem. So that's what I'll do. But I have to say, I'm pretty impressed with it. I'm glad we got it as a new addition to the farm. Yeah, super impressed with it. Really good buy. I didn't get the extended warranty with it. They wanted $100 for the extended warranty. I think this thing with the foot switch pedal I bought there too, out the door was like $310, $315. I had a coupon for 20% off. So I mean, for another $100 for the warranty, I don't think it's really worth it. You could just get another one for what, another $110, $115, and if you get another coupon, you know, whatever. But yeah, it was only for an extra year warranty, and I was like, yeah, that's not worth it to me, you know. But anyway, I'm pretty impressed, really impressed actually. It's a really nice piece of equipment, and it's gonna help us out a lot here on the farm. We have a lot of trees that need to be trimmed and cut down, and we'll be able to split all that up and stack it in this nice wood shed here that I built, and we'll have wood all winter long, no problem. So yeah, I'm really happy with it, and I think it's worth the money to buy it. So if anybody's thinking about buying it, I would suggest you buy it. You know, the gas ones are $1,500, $2,000, depending on which ones you're getting, and they even go up from there. But this thing for just around here, you know, something crawling on my leg, I don't know, I think it was a spider. Anyway, you know, for the money, I think it's worth it, and I would recommend somebody to buy one. And I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I know there's a whole bunch of videos out about this log splitter, but I wanted to show it off since we have it for the farm now, and I wanted to see if it would split some of them really big logs that I had. So and I want to show you guys. So I'm glad you guys all watched till the end. I appreciate you watching the videos. If you're not subscribed, hit that subscribe button, help us out, and throw us a like before you leave, and we'll see you on the next one. These over here in the corner, I got to get the chainsaw and cut them in half. The splitter won't split them, but I'm not doing that today. And then got a little start, nice and split and dried wood for the winter, looking good.